Hello everybody, welcome back to another round of Stationeers. This is Slim, and today is the day of days. Today we put up the furnace logic. So, let's go ahead and start picking up our stuff. We're gonna need all of you guys, and I'm gonna want to color code it, so let's drop you guys right there for right now. This way I don't have to run more than once. Okay, we need a thing for the furnace, a thing for our temperature. We need a lever reader, and we need that. And then we need that. So, right? Is it 6 or 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I'm missing one. Okay, well, we'll toss all that down. That green is not going to last us that long, so I won't have to pay attention to that one. Paint. Let's take the pink. We don't have pink yet. Iron. And one thing of pink. And since I made, well, nah, I don't need it just yet. Purge. Okay, I don't want to be spray painting anything just yet. Okay. I think I got everything for this? Question mark? Nope, I don't. Can you guess what I've forgotten by looking at this stuff right here? You have until this door opens to figure it out. What do I not have in my inventory or on the floor that I'm going to need to help make setting up logic a lot easier? That's it, you guessed it. We are going to need the labeler. Good job. Okay, let's go. And let's pick you up, pick you up, pick you up, pick you up. And move all you guys. Okay. So, like I said, I don't have to pay attention to the green because, well, it's pretty much out. Khaki isn't doing much better. Does it say percentage? No, it doesn't. Okay. Let's go ahead and get a couple more things out of this group. Boom, boom, boom. Hey, we got everybody 2 trips. Okay. Oop. And that's actually pretty cool. And drop, 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 drop. Okay. All their stuff's here for the logic. Now, this one actually is pretty cool because I could just do this and I'll get all 4 anyways. So, let's go ahead and start putting stuff down. We need a reader and a reader and a writer and a writer. Okay. And here we're just gonna split half and split one. Boom, boom, and boom. Okay. I think it's gonna probably be best if I just put the rest down. So let's go ahead. Let's see. We're gonna need a reader here, a writer here, a writer there, a writer there, a writer here, a writer here, and I believe the rest are all readers. So we need a reader here. Oh no, we need a writer here, a writer here, and a reader here. Voila! There's all that. Now, this is going to be a math unit. This is going to be a select, and this is going to be a compare. 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 And this is going to be a compare. I believe that's all the compares. So this now needs to be a math, and a math. And might as well pick them all up and just put them all down at the same time. You will be a memory. A hash generator. I never knew there was something in there. Okay, memory. 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 And voila, that is the extent of our logic. Let's go ahead and get this thing wired up. And move you over here. I don't need you up right now. Okay. Let's get the outer ones, because that's what's going to be the hardest to get through. Everybody gets something up here. Oh, hold on. Not done yet. Uh-huh. Actually, you go the other way. Voila! And you go down. Actually, I believe this is the next obstacle. And I believe now I can just use straights. Yep. Okay, let's get the outer. Actually, let's get upper. Let's get more cable. Let's get the outer. Let's get the up. No, let's get more cable. Okay. Now there is some redundant, probably not necessary, like the center stuff, but I want to make sure everything that needs to be wired up is wired up. Okay, that's right. That's it of our flying needs. I can work the rest of it right here. Let's just go all the way across. Oh, out of cable. That's that side. I believe that is all. I'm sure I'm missing something somewhere. So all those are hooked up. Nope, that's a writer. So that's right. All those are hooked up. All of these are hooked up. All of these are... That's excess. All these are hooked up. And... So I thought was excess. All of these are hooked up. Okay. Let's get some color code going on here. Okay, brown. Brown are U3. Blue. There's 5 blue. Khaki. There are 3 khaki. I just did the wrong one. You're not khaki. Need to go get more khaki. Correction! There is not enough pink for khaki. If you make mistakes, might as well switch it out. I'm here. Oh, hey, I got no water in that one. Khaki! It's like, if you make mistakes, do you have enough? No, I don't. Still gotta get those grates up, and I still gotta get stuff over there. Okay. Khaki. Red. You're red. You're red. You're red. And you're red. Pink. Which just leaves us orange. And you. Okay, there's a couple things I'm going to do real quickly. One, just because. Just because. I'm not sure how much longer that coal over there is going to last, but we're good now. Yeah, 15. Actually, I'm gonna put you in the back, in that corner. Okay, and then we're gonna get something that I have yet to build in the game, but I built and for picture purposes, but then never saved the build, or never saved them after it was built. So, but we're gonna get 2 portable light units up, so we need iron, which is right here, voila. Which means I need 3 more of those suckers. 3 more of the light, or the batteries, the big batteries. 1, 2 of these. What do I need for nuclear? I actually got that coming up soon. Battery large. Steel. So we said 3, right? 1, 2, 3. I believe actually one more, because I believe that will fit that one over there. Oh, come on. There's one. There's two. Number three. And the last one. Number four. Okay, so you get a fresh battery. I'll have to remember to pick these things up or else they're gonna go when a storm hits. We're gonna turn on that coal generator. I'm gonna try to get the rest of that I can out of that one. And there's an extra one sitting right there. Let's try to get a full charge. Get what we can out of you. Okay, and the reason behind why I'm doing this is because I want to put one right here. I have a bad history of these things popping up and smacking me. And I want to put one right here. And that way, you guys can now see in the dark with me. Since I haven't put any lights up. Okay. You know what? I have a feeling. Yep, I did. I left these all on. The reason why I thought about it is because of the fact that if you look here, there's nothing in the pipes. And the reason why is, well, there's nothing in the tank. And the reason behind that, that's more than enough. That leaves 2 coal in there. But the reason behind that is this hasn't been turned back on. Now it has. And look. Okay. We got almost a full charge. Alright, so back to this. Everything does look good. Now that I've got more light, I can actually see all the connections very easily. Okay. We do need some more cable though, because we need to hook it up. So and we're gonna move that right there. Let's go ahead and get down here real fast. Voila! But that does now mean that these things are on. Oh, I gotta set them. Hold on. We We actually don't, well, actually we'll leave them in the on position, but let's get the, so that it's set. Probably could actually set it just as quick as doing this right here. 100 on and on 17 100. There's that. I mean, there's no gas in the pipe just yet, so it's not gonna actually do anything, but at least now it's actually on. And then just because of the fact that I want to make it a little bit easier for me to program, we'll do that and keep that from clipping. Drop you there. And since I'm gonna be messing with this, let's just make sure. Are you? No, you're not. Okay, I mean, I know it can go much higher, but LED pressure, LED temp, dial pressure, dial temp, on off switch. Nobody saw that. And digital valve temp. Okay, that's everybody that I need on this side. Let's get that screwdriver out. Well, actually, not yet. We got some naming. Okay, there we go. Okay, so this is going to be AV Fern P. So this is for our pressure. This will be dial 1000, and that'll make sense later. This is going to be memory 2.5. And since we're doing it already, 2.5, that'll make sense in a little bit. This will be AVP plus dial. And this is vol NP. And this is vol P on. Will make sense in a little bit. This is LED P. And you probably guessed it, LED T. Easy. This will be, oh come on, memory 100, which will be set to 100. And we'll come back to that. This is AV Fern T. This will be dial 100. And if that's dial 100, that's dial 100, that's dial 1000, that's 100. You probably guessed it. This is 1000. And 1000. Now, this is AVT, whoops, VT greater dial, and this is AVT out, jetpack off. This is room P, and this will be room P greater 100. Self-explanatory. And room P vent on. Kind of self-explanatory to what that group's gonna do. This will be a hash reader. AB fern lever. Lever on, off. Reader. And we'll just name this one on, off. Okay, this is going to be memory, and it's going to be 18,000. Okay, so that's for the pressure, that's for the temperature, that's so that we can read the dials, that's for the lever, that's for this room right here to make sure it doesn't get over 100. That way you can put it on any planet in there. Now, what are the what's this one and this one and this for? Well, we got to make sure that this thing doesn't blow up because we're using it. So we're adding a safety. Oh my gosh. I forgot how to spell safety for a second there. Yes, that's right. So this is safety compare. Oh, actually, we need to make this a little more detailed. Safety on compare. Reason why is this is also going to be a safety compare. And this is going to be safety on. Okay. This is going to be your safety pressure. This is going to be safety select, because you know, I'm not very, I don't come up with like very great things, which means this is going to be, which I've already said, safety compare. And this is going to be our vol on safety. Okay. I believe that's everybody marked. If I missed something, we'll get to it eventually. Might as well just get this out of the way so we can get a couple minutes of uninterrupted looking. Okay. So, let's start with the easy ones. So you and you. So this is going to be looking, so this is our room pressure. This is going to be looking for the gas sensor. I don't think I named it. Nope, there it is, gas sensor, and it's going to look for pressure. So right now it says, hey, there is 2.8 kPa in this room. Not a lot, but if you're on another planet with a lot of pressure, a lot of atmosphere, this is going to protect your thing. Now, and you want to have this on before you start any of the rest of the stuff. You want to make sure this one's on, already taken out. So this is going to be our P. So let's go to room P. And actually I found something out. If you just go ahead and slit, it's gonna put the like alphabetical, it's gonna go to Z, or in this one V. But if you hold down the control, it's gonna go to alpha A. I actually just realized that, and I don't know how come I didn't realize that sooner, but that's gonna help me get through this a little bit faster. So holding control down goes alpha, not holding control down goes back to Z. So we need to find room P. Actually, we did that, sorry. We need to now find memory 100, because we want to make sure that it doesn't go above 100 kPa, or else it's going to blow that out. And so we're going to say, is it greater than 100? And that's going to give us a 0, because right now 2.8 is a lot less than 100. But let's go ahead and put room P greater than 100 down into this. And, whoops, room P greater than 100. This is going to go to our act event, so we hold down control, act event, boom, right out the top, and we want to say on. So I believe right there, and for some odd reason they're not in alphabetical order when you go to actual devices, but boom, on. Now, unfortunately, we can't test it, but I know that it's now hooked up, but we will want to make sure that it goes outbound. So we stand in the room and we turn you on. You can tell right there, boom, it sucks all the stuff out. We turn it back off. Pressure slowly comes back in. We'll let that build because we do need some pressure in that room. Not a whole lot, but we do need some pressure in that room because, well, a no pressure environment is not going to be the best for heat transfer. Okay, so that one's turned on. Now, let's go to the next easiest one, and let's mess with our lever logic. So, control, furnace, 2N, yay! Non-control, we're looking for recipe hash. Now this one, as you can see, like it's not alphabetical. I really wish they would alphabeticalize the things when you're reading from device, but it would make it easier that if this logic, what we use to find this logic, works with that logic. But I don't know how they would have to do that. So now we're trying to find hash. So it's on the A side, so we hold down the control to find it, and we passed it twice. And basically now we're going to go to advanced furnace, and we're going to look for the open. Oh, there was open, and turn it on. So this says, hey, if there's something popping up on this screen right here saying it's able to get done, go ahead and open the advanced furnace lever. But we don't always want that running. So we're going to go ahead and have an on-off reader. So we need to find the switch, which is on-off switch, which I believe is this thing right here, right? It's named on-off switch, yep. And we want to read its setting. So right now the on-off switch is reading a 1. If we click it, it reads a 0. Click it again to open it, it reads a 1. Okay, so now that's reading that. So now we need to go to lever, which is going to be closer on the A side. Lever on off reader goes here, and we actually want to find AV Fern lever, which is going to be on there, right there. And if we hold down the control, I just know this one is on. Boom. So now this thing is going to turn this on or off. So if I turn that off, it now turns that off, which then makes it so that if something does pop up here, it's not going to turn that. It's not going to automatically open the valve, kick it out, and do that. It's going to wait until I turn this back on, and then it's going to open the valve and kick it back out when something pops up there. So, two of the easiest ones done. Okay, now let's work on the harder ones. This is going to be our pressure. So we need to find the advanced furnace. We need to find pressure, which is out of order, so we just find it somewhere, because you know our ratio pressure. Okay, right now there's no pressure in there, so we can't really do too much. But this is going to read the dial pressure. So we need to find the dial pressure. So there's the dial pressure. And this is going to be memory 1000. So we need to find memory 1000. And we're gonna multiply. So let's hold off from moving there and jump over to this one. So this is our LED pressure. If we take dial 1000 and we go to our LED pressure, oops, and we put in settings, okay, now when we come here and toss this up, it does it 1000. So that is 1 megapascal. That's 13 megapascals. And we set our limit up to 50. So it goes up to 50 megapascals. Okay? So now that reads off of that. So now we can see what we got. Now, we need to go into here. And before I go any further, I just want to make sure. Yes, no pressure, no gas pressure. When you're setting it up and testing, you want to make sure there is no gas in your pipes, which I have not turned that on yet, so yes, there's no gas in the pipes yet. Okay, so we need to pull in from the AV Fern, and then we also need to pull in from dial 1000. Okay, and we want less than. Okay. And what it's saying is the pressure currently less than what we're trying to get? If so, please give me a 1. On the AVP less, we pull that in from there. I said last. AVP last. Hey. AVP less. AVP less. Okay. I don't know how many of you guys probably saw that ahead of time. Okay, AVP less. Now, that's going to give us a 1, but we want to make it so it turns on this valve, but we don't want it to turn it on to 100 or 1,000. Well, I don't know if you can get it to 1,000. Can you get this into 1,000? Oh, forgot. Turn this to 0. No, it's 100. And you might as well turn that to 0. Actually, we're going to keep that at 100, just for demonstration purposes. Again, make sure there's no gas when you're doing this. But, anyways, we want to get this to, so this right here is going to end up being a 1. It's going to read in here. We want it to get it, say, 2.5. So we take 1, we find memory 2.5, which was right there, and we multiply it. So now when this says 1, so we go to put pressure in, it's greater than what's in there. It says 2.5. But you know what? That's not going to help us too much if we can't make the furnace control it. So now we read from vol n. Oops, going the wrong way. Vol n. Vol np. Vol np. This now goes out to the furnace. And now we're looking for the setting input. So there's setting output, there's setting input, and we want that, and that's going to read to 0, which should now change this to 0. So when we now turn this on, and we go up 1, it's going to make that a 3. But it doesn't matter how far we go up, this will always read 3. So it's going to put, well, 2.5, but it reads 3 because it can't see the difference. So now when we put it back down to 0, it goes back down to 0. There we go. That is now done. Let's jump over to here. So this is going to be our temperature control. So, as per usual, we need to find the furnace. And now we need to find temp. Temperature. Nothing in it, doesn't read anything. So, that was dial 1000. This is dial 100. So we're going to read the dial for the temp. Dial temp. And we're going to pull memory 100. Wrong direction. Boop, boop, I'm sliding away. And we're going to multiply it. Jump over here. Just like we did for this one. This is going to read dial 100. Dial 100. This is just like this one, but it's going to go to our LED temp. And I keep on forgetting to hold down the control to make it go a lot faster. And whoops, LED temp display. And we need to find settings and turn that on. So, like before, when we turn this on, it now controls it. Okay, hold off on that for a second. We need to do a couple things. And, as I said, where did you roll off to? Put you there. And it might be better if I just add lights, but that would also require me having to wire things up, and that just takes time, and I think you guys have waited long enough for this. Okay, so next, we got our dial up, but doesn't help if we really can't control the temperature at all. Now, still we're trying to work this one out. This one isn't 100% great, but it still does some help. So we're going to go to AV Fern Temp, which we're going to pull from this. So AV Fern T. Okay, and of course dial 100. Why did I go past it? But this one, like it says, greater. So we're looking for greater. Okay? And what that says is the temperature greater than what we're trying to get to? Okay? Now we go to AV out. So we need to take AV temp, greater temp. Okay. AV greater dial. Sorry. Okay, and then we're going to go to the digital valve temperature. Digital valve temp. And we're going to go to on. And there's that. So what this does is basically if, say we put 500, okay? if the temperature inside is greater than 500, turn on this digital valve so we can try to have it radiate some of the heat out of the pressure tank, which hopefully will radiate some of the heat off of the furnace. It's not 100% great, but it does work a little bit. It works better in higher pressure environments than it does on Mars, but it does work. Alright, so now that's great. We got pressure going in, temperature, but how do we keep from blowing ourselves up? Well, the first thing we need to do is we need to set a temperature at which we do not want the furnace to turn back on if it's gone over that temperature. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to say, or not temperature, pressure. So what we're going to do is we're going to take that 1800 and bring it to this math unit. So we need to find memory 1800. And we're also going to find memory 1800. That's counterintuitive. And we're going to add them. So now our pressure that we're saying, hey, don't turn it on if you're over this temperature or over this pressure, is 36 megapascals. Okay, don't turn it on if you're over that. So now, just like what we did all the way over here, for this, for our heater and cooler, we're going to do the same thing over here. So, here we go. What we're going to do is we're going to say we want to read the safety pressure, which is this. So, safety pressure, okay. And we want to read dial 1000. So what are we trying to get to the pressure? The pressure to. Dial 1000. Please write that over to vol on safety. Vol on safety. Turn you on. So right now it's saying 36. It's always going to say that no matter what, even though, yeah. Now we go to the compare. We take our safety pressure, or no, we take our AVP, sorry. So we take our AVP, okay, and we take the safety select, and we want to say, is it less than? Okay, so right now it's going to be a 1. Okay, so this is less than 36. So it's giving us a 1. Now we're going to actually write this to our vol in. Okay, so we take inbound, we take our safety compare, and make sure to not get this one confused with this one. That's why safety compare on, safety compare. Safety compare, we need to define vol p on, and we need to set it to on. Okay? And right now it's going to blink because, well, there's no pressure for it to read, so it doesn't know what to do. Okay? But we don't want this always on. This always being on is not going to be the best thing, especially like in this situation. It's going to turn the thing on and off. Like, watch this. If I do this, it's going to turn it on to 3, but oh, it fixed itself. It used to actually just keep it it used to keep it to where it was always registering a blinker until I put some pressure in there. Maybe they fixed that part, or maybe I just did something different. Hopefully I haven't messed anything up. But I don't want that always to blink, and I don't want the safety. Honestly, I don't want the safety on if it doesn't need to be on. Sorry. Have to take care of certain biological needs. At least we don't have to go to the restroom. But, so there's that. But now we still have two more. So, we want to make it though that this isn't always on, because we don't want it to always write. So now we go here, and let's wait for it to say on, and, well, actually no. Now we go here. So if we go to the advanced furnace, okay, advanced furnace pressure, and we pull memory 18, and we say, is it greater? So right now, pressure inside there is not greater than 18 megapascals. So this comes over to here. So safety on, safety compare on. That's going to read to vol on safety. And it's going to read on. So that's going to turn that off. There's no reason for that to be on right now. So, turn it off. And that is your logic. Your logic is now completely set up. So, let's do a test run. One thing we need to set up, we need to turn this on. So these things are now on again. Did I turn them on to begin with? Could have sworn I turned them on. I didn't turn them on. I don't know why. Well, actually, besides the fact that I just want to take out a few more things from reading. Yeah, you guys are on. Okay. It's going to be a real pain to get to those things once I actually close off these walls. Okay. And let's make sure there's no storm coming. Good. Alright. So, I don't think it's going to get any closer to this. I want to test it, and I want to test it now. Okay, we're going to watch this, and we're going to drop that down to just below a megapascal. They're close enough for government work. I would love to have them a lot closer, but I just don't want to wait anymore. Just below Omega. There it is. Okay, so we have 3.6 in here. We're building up in here. Let's do some cleanup. There's 50 there. Hey, we still got an extra 50. Clean up. Let's say. I thought I had one more. And okay. Let's go ahead and just in case I blow myself up, let's toss all of you guys out over here because you guys don't respawn with me. The rest of the stuff, well, actually except the arc welder, just in case. I don't want to have to build another arc welder. I shouldn't actually have to use it anyways. Just in case I blow myself up. Oh, hey. That didn't work out too well. Okay. And I believe that's everybody here. We're gonna move you guys over to here. Oh. Okay. So, it is time to test it. And what are we going to test it on? Well, we're going to test it on the hardest substance to make. We're going to test it on this one. 50 megapascals to 100. Well, this thing is going to blow if it goes above 60. So we're just going to go ahead and do that one. 800K. This is going to go up to like 1000K or 2000K. It's gonna, and with there being no other pressure in here, it's gonna be a while for it drops, but we're gonna do this. Okay, so what do we need? We need 25 silver, 25 nickel, and 50 lead. So let's go ahead and get our stuff. And good news for us, we also have stuff in that corner over there. We might actually have a 25 already. Except I don't think I have silver over there. Okay, so we need 25 silver. I don't think I have any silver in this group. And I don't have any lead either. I thought I got lead. Maybe I've already picked it up. Oh, there it is. How much lead do we need? We need 50 lead. Boom. Got our 50 lead. And I don't have any nickel, so let's pull out some nickel. And it needs to be 25 nickel, 25 silver. We're at 500. Let's drop this to 475. Pop you in. Boom. And needs to be 25. Toss you out. There we go, 25. Boom. Pop that. Tosses out everything else. Push you back. Okay. Alright. 50, 25, 25. Voila. Oh, we're gonna need one more. Ooh, I gotta separate these. Yeah. And have these split. Otherwise, I'm gonna end up blowing myself up. Well, blowing up the thing. And you'll see why here in a second. So this is actually gonna become a blue belt. And you're only gonna fit one more half. Tell you what, take both of you with me. I doubt I'm gonna need it, but I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. Okay. How are we? Whoops. How are we looking? Okay. Here we go. So, this is what's going to end up happening. We're going to turn this on. It's going to start trying to heat up, and it's going to try to get going. This will not turn on until it gets above 18 megapascals. At 18 megapascals, this will turn on. But because we're trying to get to 50, it's not going to do anything just yet. Once we hit 50, it will then turn that off, and then will not turn it back on until it gets to below 36. So, this is closed, that's closed. Let's go ahead and get the one that really doesn't matter too much. But let's go ahead and start our pressure. Now, I might bleed some of this off. Because of the fact that I do need to have it to where there is some pressure in the tank. How much do we have here? So I might go to 10 megapascals and drop. Yeah, let's drop it. Okay, real quickly, goes down to 0. Now, we're gonna take this and we're gonna dump it. That goes now into the tank. The reason why is I need something in that tank. And normally you wouldn't basically just start with the higher stuff. You would start with the little things because we are going to need steel and stuff. So you would be dumping things into there. That should be enough. Okay. So now that's got pressure in the pipes, and it's going to now try to get that below 800 Kelvin, which yeah, it's going to try to get this below 800 Kelvin. So, let's go ahead and now get us up to 50. Now, there's another thing. 2 boxes out is your safe zone. If you're more than 2 boxes out, you will not get blown up. But I also want to try to get it to where everything is in view. So now, we wait. And it's not going to take long for this to get up to that pressure. You should see in a couple seconds the red safety turn on, because it should be getting above the 18 here very shortly. There it is. Red safety just turned on. Okay. And if you really want to watch and get just a little bit closer, and you can actually watch, and every time the H2 hits 10, the O2 hits 5, it'll fire again. And fire. There's 29. This thing always scares me. Now I probably do need to add just a little bit more logic. I need to add a logic to this, which will kind of be like the safety here, that if this goes above like 58, open this valve, turn on until below 58, and then turn off. I need to probably add that. So it'll be like one memory, possibly one more memory. Okay. Now we got a problem here. And well, oh, actually no, it turned itself off. Okay. As I say, we got a problem here because of the fact that actually this still should read 2.5. I think I turned that off, and I'm turning it off because of the fact that right now, if we still put this in and it tried to pop again, it would blow itself up because of the fact that it's going to go up by 20. Higher than 20 is much higher, or 20 is much higher than 60. So we'll wait until it gets back down to 36, and then we'll turn it back on. We also could increase our pressure by just tossing ice into it, because we got to cool it down anyways. And you know what? I totally forgot about something. Turn that off. Pop that in. Pop that in. Pop that in. Let's wait for the lead to melt. No more hash. Let's go ahead and just manually push it up. There's 45. Hold on. One more. 50. Okay. One more. Alright, so now we're manually pushing this up. We got to keep it above 50, and we got to get it down to the temperature where it says instead of 1.6 to 8. By the way, it says 50. As you see, this turned off, but it kept itself in the logic state of 2.5. There we go. That should have made itself to 2.5. I think it's probably because I messed with this. So now, otherwise what would end up happening is this would have been tossing 2.5 still, and yeah, that's just a whole lot of mess. So one of these makes this go up by 5K, or almost 5 megapascals on this planet, on Mars. On the heavier atmosphere planets, I was able to toss a full 50 in to get it to go about 6 to 7 from 50. So it depends on your planet. So right now we're still doing this. This is the part that's unfortunately going to take the biggest amount of time. You can open the lever to do that, and the more you have in there, the more it's going to affect the temperature going down faster. It's just that right now, with me not having a ton of stuff in there, yeah. Now the only thing is like, where's all this extra pressure going? Well, it's not going into the room because of the fact that the room pressure, we'll take a look in a second, you'll see it's not going up. Let's just go ahead and toss this into here. Boom. And let's take a look at the room pressure. As you see, the room pressure is going down. Why? I don't know. Well, actually, I do know. Actually, because of the fact that it's turned on. I forgot. I did just realize it said 100. So the room pressure does go up and down. And there you go. So that keeps that back door from popping. And we're from 1.8 to 1.2. Like I said, this is the part that takes the longest. And if I figure out a way to get it to where I can make this turn on and off to where this goes by using that style of logic, I will gladly do it. But as of right now, I don't have that. I know Cows Are Evil, Mitt, he has a CPU setup, or ICU, not CPU, ICU setup. It works great, it's awesome. He also has a hot cold tank and he does all this. This is my take on the logic. This is my first real run on just doing the logic itself. So, it's not as great as some of the others out there, but it is something that I have made. Now, one of the worst things that could possibly happen right now is we run out of power. Because we wouldn't be able to see anything that's going on. So we are slowly dropping. Now the question is am I going to have to go through all this ice? Because I've already gone through 1, 2, 3 stacks of ice. When I was testing this on Lua, I believe that's the planet's name, I was able to get it to go in 4 stacks. I do not foresee me getting 4 stacks. I don't see it. So I'm thinking 6 stacks maybe. I wonder if it sounds different. Lua over here is like super loud when you do that. It's probably just because of the fact that we're not in a big atmosphere. But that knocking scares me every single time because I think like it's getting ready to blow up. And we can actually turn this down. So that for some odd reason, say this turns itself back on for some odd reason, it doesn't blow itself up. Okay, the sun's coming up. Can we get... Can we get another... I think I may have done a boo-boo. I wanted to see if I could get a full stack in there before the sun came up. Okay, I want to test. What does it sound like in here? The cold room, which is sitting right next to it. If you're in the cold room, what does it sound like? Sounds like almost like a a dryer for laundry, and it just sounds like there's just like something in it, just like spinning around and knocking up against the walls. Okay, how are we doing on pressure? We're still good on pressure. If I come down here, I just want to test the sounds. Not much different. And it's just because it's not fully pressurized. Once we pressurize this area, this will be a lot louder. I may have to make this a 0 room. 0 pressure room. so I can put in uh, these oxides without having to worry. So that's gonna be this. I mean, as long as I don't blow myself up, I have it. I just gotta wait for the the temperature to drop, which right now is at 100k. I just gotta get it to drop down to 800, and or not 100k, 1kk. I just gotta drop down to 800k. So it's at 10k right now, or 1000k. I just got to get it to drop down, but the next one I need to make is this one, because this is my next real bottleneck for stuff. Everything I want to build, I need this, I believe. Yeah, I believe I need this for the next stuff I want to build. And this one is going to be a little bit longer episode, but I want to show you it, and I want to test it, and I want to show you that it works. I don't want to just like cut and jump, because then if it blows up, well, you didn't see it. But no, I want to show you guys. I wanted to go through. Like I said, I need to do something that works the temperature a little bit faster, just so that you're not sitting and waiting. But I haven't figured out what to do, and I know that I need to get this pressure up. Once this pressure's up some, it will affect how fast this drops. Because this will try to equalize to this, and it is, but there's not much pressure in there for it to do that with. And see, it does drop it, but I didn't get much of that at all. That's why I said I'm gonna have to probably make this a zero pressure room, so I can do that. But gotta say, I love this logic. Now, we all know Cows Are Evil does this. There was a guy that gave me the idea, but I didn't really take his stuff so much. Like keep a lot of his things, because a lot of it was for a room that didn't have a tank. It was just closed off. Completely closed off. So the furnace was its own tank and everything. I don't know. I couldn't figure it out on so much how it worked, so I decided to take my own. Oh, actually, that's still too high pressure. This is the, like I said, this is the one part. Uh-oh. How much time do we have? 400 seconds. This is the downside to being in an open environment with your stuff. Is I just happen to be like, oh, okay, and then I happen to see that, I'm like, oh no. I really need to put those things around so I can hear them everywhere. I got till nightfall to get this down. Okay, now we're gonna start trying to make this go a little bit faster. We got a storm coming. One more, actually. That should do it. Voila! Ah, look at that. We got it. It works. Only thing is that I don't like about it is, you put in okay, the only thing I really don't like about it is look how much you put in. You put in 50 plus 25 plus 25, which is 100 total units, and you only get 25. I could fully understand if you got 50. Great if you got 75. Awesome if you could get 100. But where you're taking all of this and you only get 25, that to me, yeah. Then again, I haven't built things with this, so I don't know how much it would take. Maybe it doesn't take that much. I said I wasn't going to touch that anymore. Maybe it doesn't take that much to build things with it, but we need these two. So, it took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Took 7 to get to that. Okay, so we're gonna have to go some ice hunting because yeah, we're gonna need that for other things. Now we will leave the furnace on because I want to keep it to where it stays hot. So I'm not gonna dump all that stuff because I should. What I could do is I could just dump all of that, like dump all of this into that. I could, and then that would help the tank out. But I don't want to. Oh, by the way, since we are now below 800, the valve's turned off, so it's not trying to get the pressure lower. But we're gonna need a ton more stuff because, well, we do have 7 megapascals in here. I do need to put up a temperature or a pressure gauge in here. I believe you're gonna probably be empty. Yeah, you're gonna be empty. But seeing how I can't see down here, I think I'm gonna put a pressure gauge maybe like right here. So, cause I don't think I'm gonna be able to. Oh no, that's the world. Yeah, I think I'm gonna put a pressure gauge right there so I can see what the pressure in the pipe is. But yeah, that is the furnace. So, like I said, it's a longer episode. Got a storm coming, so let's not lose this. We didn't blow ourselves up, didn't blow up the base. Awesome. It's always a plus when you don't blow up the base. Okay, so you can go here. You can go here. You can go here. I believe that's all of them, right? Yep, that's all that. And we'll just drop this guy here because I have no idea what I'm going to use him as. And you and you can now go off. There we go. And, well, as usual, if you like what you saw, please do me a favor. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Other than that, yes, this is a longer episode, but I didn't want to do any cuts. I didn't want you guys to miss any of it, to think, oh, well, he just messed up and he just redid it. So, there you go. That is my take on the logic for the furnace. Again, if you liked it, please do me a favor, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Other than that, I will see you all next time.